Fun.
Uh-oh. And then trouble. Good morning. Joel, figure it out. You're good. Nope. Oh, here's another one.
He interviewed some of the kids.
It was hard, but it was fun. I really did. I did it. When you're finished, it's like a birthday, because when you finish, you like finished it.
The teachers.
I mean, they've never stopped and lost interest.
They were enthused. I saw hand-eye coordination. They enjoyed what they were doing, and a lot of concentration.
It's a great activity, let's say, if it's a rainy day. This is a super activity if they're in a closed environment.
It's more involved with problem solving and putting things together and letting the kids see that not everything fits exactly how we want to, and you have to work hard to do something.
Education is not only sitting in your seat doing pencil and paperwork. It should be fun.
When they got the cube and they put it together, they were really excited. You could see a smile on their face. They radiated the happiness that they actually achieved something. When they couldn't get it together and we asked them to put it back in its original form, they said, oh, that's going to be much easier.
I'll tell you what, if I had the Happy Cube in my classroom, we would be using it a lot.
Well, when they finished it, of course, they felt that they achieved something, they accomplished it, and they set out their goal, and they completed it just as what we do in the classroom. But here they were more excited because it's actually a game, and it's a Happy Cube, and they were happy.
This is a great puzzle for their children to have. It's not a game and it's not a toy. It's a thinking tool.
And one of the principals.
Yeah, certainly as an educator, I would say that something like this that requires a thought process and some manipulation would be more important than just a fantasy type game or toy.
The bottom line, everyone loved the Happy Cube because it was fascinating and a great teaching tool. We even played the exciting Star Flash game. The kids loved it and really had fun when Flipper Anderson beat their teacher. I'll tell you, that was a lot of fun. We went out there, we had a great time with the teachers, the kids, the principals. But now, right here live, we have a panel of experts that we have some questions for. So let me introduce them. First, Dr. Bobby Berg, who is a licensed marriage, family, and child counselor. Second is Mr. Gary Grayson, a high school teacher. And third, Gail Kawanami, if I hope I got that right, an educational consultant. Let's start with you, Gail. Did I get your name right?
You absolutely did.
Oh, good. Okay. Gail, how does the Happy Cube speed up a child's development?
This is one of the most unique toys I've seen, because what it's doing, first of all, you're integrating learning on several different levels. Visually, as you watch the kids playing with it, you'll see that they're able to actually, they're looking at it with the color, the different patterns. Each piece has a different pattern. They're also looking at various patterns in terms of animals or NFL helmets or transportation or whatever, foods, numbers, and alphabet. So they're getting familiar repeatedly, seeing the same pattern over and over again. Okay, the other thing that they're able to do is that they're able to see, to actually integrate learning kinesthetically through the feel of, through the touch. And what's happening is as they touch each piece and put together the cube, they're reinforcing the learning.
It's hard to imagine that one little cube does that much. Isn't that great? Let's switch over to Gary for a second right now. Gary, as a school teacher, you know that there's hyper kids in every classroom. And there's a teacher around that doesn't have one. How does the Happy Cube keep their interest?
I think it's the motivation of getting the completed task. I've given it to my high school students, and they don't feel they've accomplished anything until they actually do it. And they sit down and they really concentrate and try to figure out how the shapes go. And when they get finished with it, it's a completed task, and they're very happy with it.
Okay, well, let me relate. Since you are a high school teacher, you know, a lot of kids today are into the high-tech video games and Nintendo and their computers and everything else. How does the Happy Cube relate or compare to those high-tech games?
Well, one thing, it's a lot quieter than the Nintendo games.
Sure.
And also the fact is that they're still using the same thought process, but they're using their hands on. They're doing it themselves, using their brains and their hands. So a lot of coordinational skills come out of completing the Happy Cube.
Now, let me get back to Dr. Berg if I can. Dr. Berg, what are the psychological advantages in using the Happy Cube?
It just seems like watching the kids doing this and hearing all the remarks made so far, the thing that really strikes me the most is self-esteem that a person can gain from using the Happy Cube. I see a lot of different kinds of patients in my office, and if I was going to pick one trait that I consistently see, it's a lack of self-esteem or some kind of self-esteem issue. And what's so remarkably wonderful about this particular toy is that it gives a person, young or old, an opportunity to do something and feel that they can master it and be successful. And I've watched adults use this as well as the kids, and there's a sense of real glee and joy upon completion of this puzzle. And what's so nice is that it's geared to different levels. And it's not so easy that it's boring or so frustrating that you want to throw it away. It's challenging enough so that when you do accomplish it, you have a real sense of esteeming. And I think that's the main thing that really hits me psychologically about the toy.
Well, thank you very much, Doctor. You know, all the children we've seen today have been enjoying a meaningful and fun learning experience with the Happy Cube. In just a few seconds, we're going to give you the ordering information for the Happy Cube so the children in your life can have the same wonderful experience. The complete Happy Cube learning program can open up new educational horizons for any child, anywhere, anytime. The Happy Cube is not just a toy. It's an opportunity for a child to grow. So have paper and pencil handy, and we'll be right back with more of the Happy Cube. Stay tuned.
The Happy Cube is here. The Happy Cube is designed to teach color coordination and color recognition. Because you can build over 250 exciting combinations with the Happy Cube, kids never get bored. The Happy Cube teaches hand-eye coordination. Listen to what Rams football star Flipper Anderson has to say.
Kids as well as adults take their hand-eye coordination for granted, and playing with the Happy Cube and learning with it helps develop those skills and keep them very sharp.
When children work with the Happy Cube, they experience the satisfaction of completing a project without frustration.
The thing that really strikes me the most is self-esteem that a person can gain from using the Happy Cube.
Each time a child assembles a cube, he or she develops a sense of accomplishment, which gives them confidence. The Happy Cube teaches concentration and study skills while having fun. When you order the Happy Cube, you receive the green, yellow, and red Happy Cube set, giving you 3 separate levels of challenge. Also, you get the happy numbers. As you build your cubes, you learn numbers. On the reverse side of the happy numbers, you can build blocks that teach you about animals, food groups, and forms of transportation. Then there's the happy alphabet. It looks like clay, but it teaches the alphabet, which helps you spell, read, and write. Get ready for NFL action as you put the NFL team helmets together and build cubes from the 28 officially licensed National Football League team logos. Star Flash provides action-packed, fun-filled hours that everyone loves. Take turns taking on a villain who will challenge you again and again until you get the points that will make you a winner.